is Andrew Brandt, the MondayMorningQuarterback.com, former NFL executive. And it was a couple of weeks ago when Andrew Brandt joined us here on the program and had this to say. Okay, can you guarantee that Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson will not be traded? You got to put something up here, Andrew.
Yeah.
You guarantee something?
Yeah, I'm going to guarantee it.
Okay, what are you willing to put up?
Say again?
What are you willing to put up?
I'll come back on your program and gain the wrath of all the haters saying, Brandt, you were wrong. I mean, I don't.
How about a liquid cheese bath? Because you used to be with the Packers. So
yeah.
Would you do a liquid, a shower of cheese on the show? Wisconsin cheese.
Yeah.
You'll do
it? I wear that helmet behind me.
You can wear the helmet, but you would do a shower of cheese. Would you do that?
I will. If they're not on their teams, I will do that. I will do that, Dan.
Okay. All right. Andrew Brandt joining us. Did you know that I was going to play that? That's why I was having you back on today.
You know, I'm a lawyer, too, among my titles, and I'm going to use my legal training here. There was an and in there, right? So we're only 1 for 2 right now. So the and includes Deshaun Watson. So I'm not ready for that shower yet, but I'll continue to double down and say it. Listen, the Wentz thing, I am shocked still. Not only that they took on the $34 million in dead money, that they did it for a return of investment that just seems marginal for someone they put in multiple number 1 picks and $80 million and gave him the keys to the franchise and let Foles go. I mean, it's just amazing that happened. I underestimated, Dan, the breach of trust between the Eagles front office and Carson Wentz that could not be repaired. So I guess I'm halfway towards that cheese shower, but you know my legal training, there was an and in there, not an or.
I know, using semantics, and I did hear that. You know that the lawyer in the room, McLovin. Well, he wasn't a lawyer. Paralegal.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's almost a lawyer, right?
It's para. Yeah, you're getting there.
All right. So looking back on that deal, did the Colts win that deal?
Yes. In a word, yes. I mean, listen, the way we look at future draft picks in the NFL, at least from my time with the Packers, was you look a year out, that's a round lower. So basically, they got Carson Wentz for 2/3. For 2/3. That's the present value of the deal is 2/3. Now, that second one can go up based on performance. But you talk about Carson Wentz for 2/3. Now, again, it depends what you think of the player. If you think he's broken, sure. I mean, maybe the Eagles got a decent deal. But look at what the Eagles are taking on, a historic amount of dead money, you know, for a 3rd-round pick and hopefully a 2nd or 1st next year. I mean, the Colts won that deal.
And now you have a situation with Russell Wilson and one with Deshaun Watson. So let me start with Deshaun Watson because you don't think he's going to be traded. Do you still think he won't be traded given the acrimony that's going on with the front office and that he told his new head coach that he didn't want to be there?
Yeah, I mean, listen, what did I just say about Wentz? I underestimated the emotional trauma between the two sides. And I'm still going to hold firm on Watson, but we may be having a different discussion. Now, here's a hedge. We may be having a different discussion in September because I look at it from a leverage point of view. What is Deshaun Watson's leverage? He has none. You know, what are you going to do? Miss Zoom meetings for the next 4 months? That's really no leverage. Now you could say, well, the Texans got to do it before the draft to get draft capital. And I keep coming back to who cares about draft capital if you have Deshaun Watson? You know, right? I'm not taking 4 number 1s that doesn't help me. You know, when we talk about Deshaun or Russell Wilson, you're not getting the same player from all the packages that are being offered.
Wait, you wouldn't take 4 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson?
I mean, if you can guarantee that team's going to be in the top 10 every year, no.
Like Carolina. No. Carolina is in a rebuild. If Carolina said, we'll give you 3 number 1s and Christian McCaffrey.
No.
What would it take to get Russell Wilson, in your opinion?
Well, let me tell you what it would take to get Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson. Okay. Give me your quarterback, give me your number ones, couple, and let me look at that roster and pick off your top offensive young rookie contract player and your top defensive young rookie contract player. Proven. I don't want picks.
Yeah.
And again, so what I'm saying is stupid deals, right? Stupid deals. Not Carson Wentz and the Colts, not Jared Goff, stupid deals. And listen, Deshaun Watson is telling David Culley, I'm not going to play for you. But again, I keep going back to, okay, what his leverage is to do what Jalen Ramsey did a couple years ago in Jacksonville. Get there and be a pain in the butt. That's really the leverage to be not a holdout, because holdout, you're going to get all that financial penalties from the CBA. You're going to screw yourself financially. Hold in. That's the new leverage for players. Hold in, but that doesn't happen until August.
What do you make of Russell Wilson's agent saying that there's 4 teams? Hey, we want to stay, but just in case there are 4 teams that he would waive his no trade to. So what is the game plan here with Russell Wilson?
When I heard him on this show, I was shocked, Dan, because as well as I do, Russell is bland, corporate, unrevealing, go Hawks. That was a massive change when I heard him on this program. Massive. So something's up. And basically what I'm gathering is some of it's Brady envy. Look what he got, but he took 20 years for Tom to get that. And some of it is just frustration that he doesn't have more of a role. This one's different, Dan, because I'm not sitting here steadfast like I was with Wentz and am with Watson, because we haven't heard from the Seahawks. We haven't heard from the Seahawks, and there's a lot of leakage going on. Mm-hmm. They weren't happy with some of the things he did. He's not happy with some of the things. They're not coming out and saying, no way, no how, no way in God's green earth we're trading Russell Wilson. So what I think his agent put out there was, hey, we see your leaks.
And we raise your leaks.
We raise your leaks. We're not asking for a trade. That was the message. Okay. Don't blame us. But if he's traded, this is where he wants to go. So my message from that was, hey, don't take calls from the Jets. Don't take calls from the Panthers, because it's not happening. But if you get calls from the Bears and Raiders and Saints, okay. So I'm not as steadfast. I don't think he'll be traded, because I don't think the package will match the value. But clearly there's a rift between it, whether it's Pete Carroll or John Schneider or both, and Russell's camp about where this is going.
But I've always thought that they don't know their offensive identity. It feels like their identity changes. Now, Bill Belichick famously can change his identity from one quarter to the next or 1 week to the next. But it's Bill Belichick who's doing this. I always tune into a Seahawks game, and it's like a crooked score going into the fourth quarter. It's like, 13-9, and they're losing. And then it feels like Pete Carroll goes, running game didn't work. Hey, Russ, go out there and win the game for us. They let him cook in the first half of the season, but then the second half of the season all fell apart. I just don't know as they move forward. Is this just about offensive line protection? Because I'm not sure what Russ wants in this say-so in the organization. So how do you placate him? Because Pete Carroll's 70, Andrew. He's not there for a rebuild.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm same with you. When I watch the Seahawks, it looks like, okay, Russ, bail us out. And now they had Darrell Bevell back in the day, the Super Bowl. They had Brian Schottenheimer this year. And I thought maybe there was some friction there, but Brian Schottenheimer's gone. So they have a new offensive coordinator that supposedly Russ, seems to get along with. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't see it either. But listen, I worked 7 years with John Schneider. John is an aggressive GM, from Percy Harvin to Jamal Adams. He's an aggressive GM, but usually he's the aggressor on the intake, right? The Percy Harvins, the Jamal Adams. He's not the aggressor on the outtake. So to take a bunch of picks or whatever it is for Russell Wilson. So that's why it just doesn't sit well. But I think the Seahawks are frustrated with Russell and vice versa. Whether that results in a trade, I think that's a big leap.
But if you're the Seahawks, do you call the Cowboys? Do you call the Saints? Do you call the Bears? Do you call the Raiders?
Yeah, I guess you do, just to see if, like I talk about, if there's something stupid out there. I don't know what they think of Dak Prescott. I mean, people, sort of put these things together, whether he would fit with them and whether I don't think the Cowboys want to move on from Prescott. I think that's going to be another tag, frankly.
You don't think Jerry Jones, you know how Jerry is. He loves shiny new objects. And is this leverage with Dak Prescott to go, you know what, let's look at Russell Wilson? I don't know.
A quick minute on Dak. I think he's in great shape despite the injury. He's got three choices: franchise tag, $38 million, do a deal that he likes, or be set free in the market, which the Cowboys won't happen, which would make even more than anyone. So Dak's in great spot right now, financially.
We have an I-Team investigation. Hold on, Andrew.
I-Team investigation.
The motto of our news team is
Fast and Wrong is still fast.
Let's go to the newsroom. Paulie?
Dan, Andrew Brandt, lawyer, air quotes, said that by the use of the word "and" with Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson, he is on hold with the cheese flume bet.
Okay.
We have further audio to illuminate details of the situation. Here we have it.
Okay. I'll do the cheese if either one of these guys is not traded.
Okay. If one of them's traded,
then you're going to be a true cheesehead.
and you are as well.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Oh, my God. Andrew.
There's new evidence out there.
Yeah, you said if either one gets oh my God, this is a bombshell.
So wait a minute, there was an "and" earlier in the conversation.
Yes, but then you went further because I, of course, being Johnny Cochran, put you on the spot, and I started to twist the screws a little bit here.
Okay, but Judge Ito, we need a ruling here because we have conflicting evidence.
McLovin, would you be the judge as a former paralegal? Do we?
I think that's not a partial.
Does Andrew owe us a cheese shower of shame? Yes, Seton.
Well, I was going to say, isn't there some kind of rule about new evidence has to be submitted to both sides before entered into some type of...
You've been watching too many damn shows.
Yeah, Law and Order. They're like, it's depraved indifference. You can't just put this in here.
Yes, McLovin.
I mean, if the "and" doesn't fit, you must acquit.
There will be lawyers. Listen, I think next time, Dan, we'll bring on an impartial third, not one of your guys, an impartial third legal eagle to rule on my situation. But let's see what happens with Watson too.
If Watson's traded, then we don't need a legal expert to come on.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm a little bit stunned by the new evidence. I need time to consult with my client.
Yeah, you're like Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. A code red. Did you order the code red? Yes, McLeod.
Are you going to offer him a plea deal of some sort?
Do you want a plea deal?
Dan, you can't handle the truth.
I can handle the truth. Do you want a plea deal?
Well, we can negotiate something. We can figure something out if there's a plea. If we can double down on Watson, and you give me a pass on this deal, and then we double down if it happens.
I'd have to see you in the judge's chambers to talk about this. Okay.
Let's get Mariska Haggerty from.
Why don't we just get Judge Judy? Can you imagine we get Judge Judy on and she hears the. You know what? I'm going to see if Judge Judy will join us one day. How's that?
That would be great.
Would you trust Judge Judy?
Yes, I would trust her ruling. I would submit to her ruling on this issue.
Fritzy, see if Judge Judy will join us.
On the case.
And if not, we'll find another judge. But, somebody that Andrew will approve of, okay? Andrew, I hope I didn't ruin your weekend, but...
all good.
Okay. Great to talk to you again. Thank you, bud.
Okay, we'll check in soon. Thanks, Dan.
All right. That's Andrew Brandt, the Monday morning quarterback columnist, Business' Sports podcast, former ESPN legal and business analyst.